Hey guys, welcome to the Marking Out Network. I'm Neal Pretty Boy Thomas, and I am with
the Reaps of the Reaper, Dean Walker.
I'm your boy Cordell, aka Smoke. Just ignore this guy, please. I try to.
All right, so we're gonna talk about WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico, guys. If you're watching this video, you can see my Puerto Rico shirt. Got it in Puerto Rico last year. Hope you guys like it. What do you guys think about the shirt?
It's very Captain America-ish.
You think so? That's Puerto Rican flag.
Okay, I'll let it slide.
Are you guys excited for Backlash? Because I know I am.
Not really.
No?
It's a stepping stone to wherever else we're trying to get to.
You can tell that they're in a dry spell right now.
WWE's in a dry spell? Not according to them ticket sales.
Well, that's
That's
regard. Oh, really?
It's an
not
event,
according
you know?
to them ticket sales.
It's
them
an
same
event.
ticket sales you argued with me about last time, huh?
I mean, WWE's been selling out left and right.
Oh, have they?
We need an argument button,
Oh,
like a theme
have
song
we
before
do.
you guys argue.
We do.
Wouldn't that suggest that if ticket sales are really good, the product is just as good?
No, you tell me. You tell me.
There you go,
See,
Dean.
it comes in handy.
There you go.
You
That's
tell
what I'm
me.
saying.
If any of you know
Sold
what I'm
out.
talking about, we're talking about a specific argument that took place about a few episodes back when when Neal was on the Vince McMahon rant and saying how people are gonna jump ship, nobody's gonna watch, and look here we are now. The tickets are selling and the product is pretty good, regardless of all the complaints.
The product is pretty good?
Regardless of all the complaints.
Okay.
Regardless of all the complaints.
And it's more like a tourist thing because they're touring to going to Puerto Rico, so they're gonna sell out.
They're
anyway.
gonna sell out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
bound to happen.
It's like Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
A Crown Jewel. Then you got Money in the Bank, and what was it going to be in London?
Mm-hmm. Them people don't really get to see them, so they're gonna sell.
Oh,
out.
of course. I was joking about the ticket sales, by the way.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. I wasn't for real.
Oh, you weren't? Oh, okay.
No, I don't care how many tickets WWE sells. Like,
Stop! Leave the fucking button
man,
alone.
come on, man. Knock it off, bro. I don't care how many tickets WWE sells. If the product is questionable, we're gonna call it out on it. All right?
Yeah.
We're gonna say it like it is. We don't equate our opinions based on the ratings and by what the ticket sales are for WWE. If we think it's trash, we're gonna say it's trash. We don't care.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's trash.
Free thinkers over here.
Exactly. I think when it comes
You know
to
what they say.
I think when it comes to this Puerto Rico Backlash pay-per-view, I do like the venue and the setting being in a different.
I like that part of it.
I'm not keen about the card, but we're gonna talk about the card. But I do like this venue and being Bad Bunny's a part of it. It generates a little more buzz and interest. If this was like a regular pay-per-view and random ass town,
Shout out to Bad Bunny, man.
he's committed to this.
He
is.
Bad
You would think
Bunny.
that somebody who is one of the top Spanish superstars right now. Sorry, is superstar in general.
Pretty much
right
in general.
now.
He owns Puerto Rico.
You wouldn't think he would have time for this. He's been on Raw. On SmackDown, and it's like
He's gonna be on SmackDown tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're recording this on Thursday, and then
But I'm just
SmackDown's
saying,
on Friday. Yeah.
you would think this isn't like some random dude who came out with a hit song of the month.
Yeah.
This is Bad Bunny, and I'm like, this dude has nothing but time and effort he's putting into this. And it's like, but you also are taking over the world right now, too, with your music.
I mean, he was in that movie, Bullet Train with Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
I didn't see it.
Oh my god, isn't it on Netflix still? You gotta watch it. Man.
I'm not sure.
I think so. I heard it was pretty good.
Best movie I've seen in like the past few years.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, are they?
Vulgar.
Bad Bunny songs.
Because he's a bad.
You know,
bunny.
somebody going to be like, is this a wrestling video or a Bad Bunny PR?
He's on the card.
He is on the card.
He's on the card. We can talk about him all episode. He's on the card.
When we say his name, can we all say it together though? Can we say he's a bad bunny? Can we say it that way or
No.
Why not?
Go on with the card, Neal.
I'm sorry.
First match.
Why don't you like
Seth freaking Rollins versus Omos.
Boo.
Did we get an explanation why this match took place yet?
No.
Why not?
Because we're Homo sapiens, almost sexuals.
We didn't find a reason why.
Okay.
I'm not interested in this match at all.
Are you interested in Omos at all?
No.
Why not?
Omos don't do it for me.
It's too boring.
He don't do any. What does
Do you like big guys though?
I think what he's trying to get at. Do you like?
It was your reaction to that. I
couldn't hold it. Yeah.
He's really asking to get cursed out.
Yeah,
but I'm trying.
Say what you want to say, Smoke.
No, I think I would. I'm not into like Omos for some reason. Omos.
You either can give into him or ignore him. What are you gonna do?
Dude, hear me
Give
out.
into what?
Do you like
what he's trying to do?
I've been ignoring him. Y'all keep talking about it. I'm still ignoring him.
Okay.
Like Kali, like.
You like the big guys. That's what he's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Taker, Kane. You like those guys, right?
No.
But
Dude,
I think Omos is.
No.
He has no character.
No.
He's not interesting.
I never liked Kane.
No, not Kane.
I never
Good
liked
old Glenn.
Kane.
No?
Good old Glenn,
I
man.
never liked Kane.
So how about let's get back on track. You guys are getting off track here.
Us or you?
Seth freaking Rollins versus Omos. What are we expecting from this match? Because I'm thinking the winner of this match is going to be in the hunt for the world title. I have my opinion.
Seth Rollins.
I have my opinions on the world championship. I'm not going to go into detail why I hate it or dislike it.
Do
or
you
whatever.
like the way it looks, or
I don't like the way it looks. Not at all.
He just baited the shit out of you.
No. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about how
it's the logo. Or
I'm not. It's the logo and the whole look. It looks like a toy belt you get at Walmart. I'm just saying, it's bad. It looks bad, but
like Bad Bunny.
No, but keeping it on track. This match is going to have implications for the World Heavyweight Championship. Wouldn't you agree there,
yes.
Dean?
Yes.
No.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I guess.
Wouldn't you think the winner of this match is going to be in line to get or be at least part of the world title picture in Saudi Arabia?
It's possible. I mean, Omos, to me, isn't in the he's not in the running. He's lost like his last 5 main matches, though.
Yeah.
So I see what you mean. So maybe.
I think Seth freaking Rollins, he's on the bottom of the card right now. Damn. He's got to work his way up. He eyeballed the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday. Obviously, they're going to have him be the front runner to probably win the title. I can't really see anybody else winning it at the moment now.
Drew McIntyre. Why do you think Drew got drafted to Raw, man? It was to win the world title.
Drew McIntyre's in a contract dispute right now. He's not on television.
He is. They actually even took him off of...
You think he's going to be in a line for a world title shot after this shit, man?
I mean, come on. They're going to be like, hey, Drew, re-sign. We'll give you the world title right away. Because they've done it before.
I don't know if that's on the negotiating table.
They've done it before.
I won't
put it past them.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but right now it's not that situation.
Yeah. Good old Brock Lesnar used to do it all the time.
That's Brock Lesnar, though. That's a little different.
McIntyre's getting up there.
No, I would say I like McIntyre.
He's a big guy.
I like McIntyre, but he's not in that discussion right now. All right, so who do you guys think is going to pull this one out? Because obviously they gave us no explanation on why this match is taking place. It's going to be the first match on the card. Now, do we think it's going to be a good match? Yes or no?
No, but I'm going to go with Seth Rollins for the win.
Okay, Dean, what do you say?
I'm going to say Rollins. I don't think it's going to be an awful match. I think Rollins has good expertise. He's going to help him as much as he can. But I think Rollins is going to probably pull it off. I mean, if Omos wins, if it's done correctly, I'm not going to hate it because I don't like to see people lose all the time like he is, especially trying to be built up. But I think Rollins needs the win to go for the world title.
I'm going to say this is going to have bigger implications that I think we realize. And I'm going to say Seth Rollins with the win. I think it's going to be – the match itself is going to be good because Seth freaking Rollins is in it. And that's the whole point. Now, Omos, he's going to do what he's going to do, and I think they're going to tease an Omos win. But I would be shocked if Omos ended up winning this match. It's got to be Seth freaking Rollins because, again, they teased him going after the World Heavyweight title, and I think this would be the perfect opportunity to kind of catapult, to jumpstart. Because, man, this whole year for Rollins has been straight up garbage. Like, this 2023 for Rollins has not been good at all. Like, his build-up with Logan Paul and all this stuff, and now an Omos feud out of the fucking blue. He's got to move on from this, and he's got to get back into the main event status on Monday Night Raw. So I think it's a clean sweep. Seth freaking Rollins with the win, and bye-bye Omos. All right, so the next match is the United States Championship match. Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed. This one's a little more intriguing. You did add Bronson Reed into this. Now, my feelings on this, Austin Theory's been United States champion for quite a while now.
Yeah.
I feel like he hasn't done Smoke, I hate to call you out on this, but that John Cena catapulting Austin Theory to the main event level and to the stratosphere, like I said, it wasn't going to happen. I think he's taking a step back.
He still got time. I ain't say it was a time limit on it.
I didn't say it was a time limit either, but I feel like that match didn't do anything specifically for him at WrestleMania.
Not yet.
And now you got Bobby Lashley, who's reverting back into the United States title picture. I don't really want to see that. And then you got Bronson Reed, who's kind of like, they have to build him up. He hasn't taken a loss yet since debuting. But I'm gonna circle back around, and I'm gonna give my pick a little later. What do you think about that, Smoke? Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed. Do you think you want Bobby Lashley back in the United States title picture? You want him to move on?
I want him to move on. And when we talk about like building new superstars and stuff like that, I think Bronson Reed would probably be a great way to go with that, but there's still that rookie thing,
Oh, you say, is it too early for Bronson Reed?
It might be too early, but
too early.
It might be too early, but it'd be a great way to build up a new superstar.
Okay. Would you be mad if Bobby Lashley won though?
No, not at all. I love Bobby Lashley. I know you do too, Dean.
All right. What do you think there? What do you think there, Dean? Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory for the United States title, triple threat.
So Neal, I'm going to disagree just a little bit. Hear me out, okay? I think Austin Theory is going to win, but I don't think the match is random. I think this is a great way to build up Austin Theory, because if you were trying to build up a young star, right, what would you do? I would put him against two gigantic behemoths of men, right? Mm-hmm. Like Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley, and he's going to somehow, because he's a heel, is probably going to be in a heelish way, but he's going to still look kind of strong. I think Austin Theory, he's going to retain the title against the two dudes that would crush him, right? It makes him look stronger and makes him look more heelish too, the way he's going to probably get out of it. So that's my opinion. I'm gonna go with Theory.
So I'm going to kind of agree with you here. I'm going to say Austin Theory is going to win. He's actually going to pin Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And I
love Reed, by the way. Just want to say
I like Bobby. I like Bobby and Bronson Reed. I'm not too keen on Austin Theory yet, but I'm gonna say Austin Theory pins Bronson Reed. Bobby Lashley's not going to get pinned because you know why? Because Bobby Lashley's on SmackDown with Roman, and I think Bobby Lashley is going to be the next in line to face Roman.
Yeah.
And
if we were going with logistics, I mean, Bronson Reed's on Raw. If he won, that wouldn't make any sense because, Gunther's on Raw.
Right.
Gotta keep the titles separate.
So I think Austin Theory retains. I think it's going to be a good match. I don't think it's going to be a bad match by any means. I think it's going to deliver. I'm not sold on Bronson Reed yet. To me, he's a one-hit wonder. This tsunami off the top rope, that seems like really the only thing he could do. I want to see more of his personality, more of his character development. I think he's good, but I'm not there yet with Bronson Reed 100%. Obviously, Bobby Lashley is Bobby Lashley. He's good all the way around. But all right, so there you go. All right, next match on the card is the Raw Women's Championship, which is a little more intriguing. You got Bianca Belair versus Io Sky.
I'm actually really interested in this match.
There's a lot at stake in this one.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of moving parts now.
I'm going to go with Bianca winning that, clearly.
Okay.
I mean, she's going to SmackDown as champ.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to put on one hell of a match.
Actually, I don't want to give away here, but that could be the best match of the night.
I really do think
I'm looking at the card right now. That potentially could be the match of the night.
I think they're going to put on one hell of a match. They're going to really show out. And I think Io's going to bring out the best of Bianca.
I feel like Io Sky, this is a match that they need to showcase her. We've seen what Bianca, honestly, man, Bianca, ever since the beginning of the year, she's been kind of not fluttering or just toiling away, but she just hasn't clicked with anybody.
Yeah.
It hasn't gelled, man. It didn't gel with Asuka, right? It didn't gel. Right. The last time she had a good feud was with Becky Lynch. That seems like a million years ago by now. This has to be kind of like I don't want to say coming out party for Io Sky because obviously she's a great wrestler. To me, she's one of the best wrestlers on the planet.
Right.
And especially if she's able to showcase what she actually can do. But to me, and I'm kind of conflicted here. I want Bianca to retain, but then I'm kind of like, because I'm a huge Bianca Belair fan, but damn, man, I was like, I want Io Sky to win too at the same time to be SmackDown champ. because I know technically it's for the Raw Women's Championship, but they're going to probably convert it to the SmackDown Championship when they swap the belts or something like that. We still don't know how that's going to play out, which is really weird, because both of them are technically on SmackDown now. So I'm going to say Bianca retains in a really excellent match, but would I like to see Io Sky win? Yes, because I think it's time for a change. But I think Bianca Belair, if she's going to lose, I think it's going to be at SummerSlam. It's not going to be at Backlash or anything like that. What do you think there, Dean?
I think Io's great. I totally agree. And I will second it that it's just not the right time, not the right place. The story's not there yet. I would love to see Io champion down the road very shortly, hopefully. But I think Bianca's going to get it.
What do you think this is going to be for Damage Control there, Smoke? You think Io Sky maybe not wins, but what do you see the future of Damage Control? Because now Bayley and Dakota Kai have a tag team title probably opportunity after they beat Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on Monday Night Raw. And we're thinking, oh, man, they should split. But if Bayley and Dakota Kai end up winning the tag titles, is Io going to split? Because in my head, it was always Io Dakota and then splitting from Bayley. But if this is the case, the way they're leaning towards it, is Io Sky going off solo, Dakota Kai and Bayley sticking together? What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I think it's a tough answer, man.
Oh,
It's
sorry, you had kind of lost me. You went on for a minute. You went on for a hot minute.
So what do you think about Damage Control? You think they're going to stay together for the time being, or you think they're going to slowly kind of have Io Sky go solo?
I think they're gonna stay together for a little minute, and then they're gonna have Io break off. But they're slowly planting the seeds.
Maybe by SummerSlam.
Probably by SummerSlam.
Oh, the breakup?
Mm-hmm. They debuted and they'll break up at SummerSlam.
Okay, so
Clean-
about a year.
I can see that.
Clean
I can
cut
see
story,
that. Just
you know what I'm
yeah, but I just want to see more Io, and I wanted to change her gear back to the NXT days because that's what I like. This one seemed like a dime a dozen.
Okay, it's too simple.
Too simple.
Yeah.
And the whole team thing, man, it's just not working for them. I mean, are the tag teams still necessary in the women? Do they even have the titles anymore?
No.
Are there champions?
Raquel and Liv are the champions.
Yeah. And they lost on Monday Night Raw, which was a total Vince doing. But
Oh my gosh.
I forgot they're champs.
Vince having his champs lose is always
really
the
great,
case.
Not really great representations of champs.
No.
Hmm.
All right. Who did you actually pick there, Dean? You said you went Bianca, right?
Bianca.
And Smoke, you went Bianca. All right, so another clean sweep here.
Wow.
All right.
Very agreeable tonight.
Yeah, man, I hate this, man. We gotta generate some shit here. I think we will too.
Go down the list. What we got next?
You know, as soon as I lean forward and grab the mic, you know it's on, right?
Oh, boy.
I'm too chill right now.
We got chill Neal over here.
All right, so 6-man tag team match: Matt Riddle, undisputed tag team champions, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Jimmy J and Solo. And can I say this? KO show. I had to get it out. KO show.
You got it out like 10
You know what my favorite show is, Dean? The KO show.
I couldn't have guessed it, to be honest.
I gotta say, I'm tired of Matt Riddle already. Matt Riddle, he was gone for 9 months. Can he just leave for another 9 months?
And take the shorts with you.
Take the shorts with you. Literally, he's gonna come out in a thong if they let him.
I honestly, there should be like rules and regulations before you step out onto that mat. Like, hey, we got.
Isn't it
kids
funny too?
in the
Like we're
crowd.
talking about, like, hey, a guy should put on more clothes when we grew up in the female era,
Yeah,
the
but
divas era,
but it's getting
and all
bad.
that kind of stuff.
It's
And we're
getting
like,
bad
we weren't
'cause
saying shit about that,
But it's
right?
getting bad because we're starting to see cheeks.
No,
and
nothing
it's becoming
compares
a
to
problem.
Big E's old singlet.
Oh, man, that was- I
that's
mean,
different. They used to block that out.
I mean, he could probably taste the fabric.
Dude, Big E's singlets, man.
Oh, and we know you were face first in that shit. Huh?
You know they probably sell high on Craigslist.
Wow, that goes for a pretty penny.
I question everything about that person too.
I'm sure.
Them
So,
singlets
all right.
be compressed afterwards, man.
All right, let's get back on track. Let's bring it back here. Let's focus on the actual match, not Big E singlet. Okay.
Bringing it back.
All right. So what do you guys see this match? Because to me, the Bloodline story, wow. It has been dragging on and on and on. And I hate that because the Bloodline storyline with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens had so much momentum going into WrestleMania. But I feel like they've just been spinning their wheels constantly. And they've been facing each other so much that it's just like, I don't care. It's been Solo and Riddle, back and forth on Monday Night Raw and then SmackDown. To me, it's just like I lost interest. Like another main event for Solo. Man, I want to fucking plug my eyes out, man, because I can't take it anymore. By the way, Monday Night Raw. Sorry there, Smoke. You said don't go on a rant. Or go off a little bit. Monday Night Raw was so goddamn awful that about an hour 20 in, I was like, I can't take it anymore. I need to turn this off because it was unfucking watchable. Yeah. It was bad, man. It was bad. And another Solo main event. Granted, they're pushing Solo to the fucking moon right now, and he's going against all the top tier talent. But my God, is he boring to watch in the ring. And I understand what they're doing because they had to implement him into the storyline. But Jesus Christ, man, I cannot take another Solo match because if you've seen one, you've literally seen them all. He is maxed out already. He is not going to get any better. This is it. This is going to be Solo. Now, would I prefer him to talk a little more? He just comes off as like, I know Dean is going to probably explain the reason why this is, but he just comes off as like, not stupid, not dumb, but just like a tool to be used at their disposal, and he has no thought for himself. Like, what does he think about all this stuff? Like, we don't know. He just like, Roman's just like, Solo! And then, all right, thumb to the throat. That's all you're getting. Like, what does Solo think about Jimmy and Jay's situation? Sammy and KO? What does he think about Roman and all this stuff? We don't fucking know because he doesn't talk. They haven't gave him any lines to say anything, so I don't know what he actually thinks about any of this stuff. I don't want a wrestler like that. I'm not saying go on a 15-minute diatribe like MJF, but I just want to hear Solo talk more. When it comes to the match itself, what are you guys thinking? You going to go with Matt Riddle and the tag champs, or are you going with the Bloodline? I'll start you off, Dean.
I'm gonna say Riddle and Owens and Zayn, man. I feel like if the Bloodline won, would it really make sense? Like, where would it go? Why would the champs lose? Why would the returning Riddle lose? It just doesn't make any sense. The Bloodline they're already on a decline, so I think them losing would make more sense and cause more turmoil, which is what is kind of where everything's heading with them. So I'm gonna go with them. And then so with the whole Solo thing, I like what he's doing because he's not a guy that needs to talk. I mean, how often did the Undertaker talk? I mean, not often. We need a heavy. He is a tool. He's a machine. And I think he will be a big star one day when he turns on Roman. I think what he's doing is great. I love his.
He's got to get out of his family shadow.
Yeah, and I love his style, the Umaga stuff. I love everything about it. I'm a big Solo fan, so I'm a rock with that. But I'm gonna have to say, like I said, Riddle and the tag champs.
All right, what do you think, Smoke?
I'm gonna have to go with Riddle and the tag champs too. I feel like they've been leading up to Riddle being the winner of that match anyway. So I think I'm gonna go with that. I just need him to change them shorts.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that what turned you off about Riddle?
Yeah, it was a lot of other things. It was first the feet. I don't like feet.
Oh, of course. Solo and Riddle in the main event on whatever SmackDown or Monday Night Raw. I was like, both guys are not wearing shoes. Yeah, I can smell it now. I'm like, damn, man, I'm checked out. All right. I'm kind of conflicted on this one. I was thinking Matt Riddle and the tag champs, but now I'm leaning more towards the Bloodline. Just because.
Tell us.
I feel like if Matt Riddle takes the pin in this one, nobody's going to really care. I think he's coming back, but if he gets pinned by Jimmy or Jay or Solo again, it's not going to really make a difference. As long as the tag champs, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, do not get pinned in this match, because I hate tag. Even if it's a 6-man, I don't want to see the tag team champions losing in any regard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just the fact to be different here. I'm gonna go with the Bloodline, and Riddle's gonna take the loss in this one. Why not?
Okay. I can see it happening.
Riddle to me is like not like a Ziggler, but like he
might be one day.
He could be like he could lose 10 matches in a row, his popularity is still going to be there. People are just going to, hey, Randy, and come out bros and still be funny. He can lose as many matches as he want, and he's still going to be a fan favorite to take a loss. So if he does lose, it's not going to amount to a hill of beans or anything like that. So I'm just going to go with the bloodline and be different.
All
right, so moving on to the SmackDown Women's Championship. This might be a quick one. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega in her home country of Puerto Rico. I mean, this got to be a big deal for Zelina Vega wrestling in her home.
I like the build up to it.
Oh yeah,
they've been putting in at least a little bit of effort to try to build up their story. I want to see Zelina Vega win. To be honest,
that's a long shot, brother.
I know, but that's
a long shot. That is not going to happen. Zero chance.
She's not going to though.
I think they're going to build it in a way where Zelina's going to get ultra close, like that kind of Roman, that 2.99999 kick out.
Mm-hmm.
Because Zelina, you saw on Monday Night Raw that Rhea Ripley sells really well.
She does.
I mean, shit, man. She made Zelina Vega look like a fucking threat. Yeah. And that's the whole point. When you're in a wrestling match, you got to actually make it seem like the other wrestler can actually win at some point, even though it's a long shot. So I'm not expecting much from this match, and I'm happy for Zelina getting this match, even though she's had one, I think, victory, a one-on-one victory on television in the last couple years. So to get a title shot is great for her.
Yeah.
But I think Rhea Ripley in the end is just going to steamroll her. She's going to fold her up like an accordion. And Rhea Ripley's got it. She's been champ. It's funny, too, because we were pining for Rhea Ripley to be on Raw, go against Bianca, right? And she doesn't do that. She ends up going to SmackDown, and then she gets drafted to Raw. Back to Raw where she started from. So she literally wasn't even on SmackDown for that long. She hasn't even defended the title, technically. I mean, this is the only title defense she's had since she's been on SmackDown. But that's going to change here pretty quickly. So I think, Dean, I'm going with Rhea Ripley. This should be an easy one. Walk in the park.
Rhea Ripley
as well, man. I would hate to see Zelina lose because of the LWO thing. I want them to really build up, but I'm thinking it's going to be a Drew Roman thing. You know, where Drew got so close in his
Clash of the Castle
European area,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Same thing. It's going to be the same thing. Rhea needs the win. She is red hot right now. Zelina, they'll make their way back up. She'll be all right.
I feel bad for the LWO too, man, because they're like 1-12 or 1-11 or 2 and something like that in their last Baker's dozen matches. And it's funny too because they have like some of the highest merchandise sales in WWE, but yet they don't get booked to win matches, and it's just crazy to think about. But yeah, Selena's gonna take the L on this one. This is the most intriguing match to me of the night. It's Bad Bunny, our boy, versus Damian Priest in a San Juan street fight. I think this is ideal for Bad Bunny. We don't want to see a wrestling match. We don't want to see a 15-minute, hold or anything like that. We don't want to get bored to death here. But a street fight, you can use weapons, steel chairs. Somebody's probably going to go through a table. I'm expecting a fucking melee. It's going to be Judgment Day. Who knows? Bad Bunny might have some of his boys come out and help. I don't fucking know what's going to happen. But I think this is going to be the most interesting, exciting match on the card, and the crowd's going to be eating this shit up, because Bad Bunny's pretty much a god in Puerto Rico. We already know that. And Damian Priest, he's really hot. I think they mentioned on the Raw broadcast that Damian Priest hasn't had a pinfall loss since like last October on television.
Wow.
So it's been a long fucking time. Like he's a really good worker. I mean, say what you want about him on the mic skills, but he's a really good worker. He doesn't really put on necessarily bad matches. To me, this might be the most interesting match. It's going to get the crowd popping. It's going to get everybody off their seat. And Bad Bunny's probably going to do some crazy shit. And I think, but in the end, Bad Bunny's going to put on probably one of the best performances of the night. But I think Damian Priest in the Judgment Day is going to be too much for him to overcome. So I'm going to say Bad Bunny might have the best performance of the night, but Damian Priest ends up getting the victory because I can't see Bad Bunny actually defeating him unless it's like a shit ton of interference. But that's the only way I see this going down. But I'm actually more intrigued about this match than anything, and I think it really should be the main event.
Oh, man. Dude, I'm so torn between the two because it could go both ways. It can go either one. I can see Bad Bunny getting a huge babyface pop and winning and just kind of ending the night off on a good note. But like you said, man, Damian Priest, his win-loss, man, like he He hasn't been pinned for a very long time.
Yeah.
Judgment Day is hot. I can't see Priest losing. Fuck, I think I'm going to go with Priest, man. I'm going to go with Priest. I was going to say Bad Bunny. Because he's a bad bunny. But I'm going to say Priest. What you think, man? What you think, Damon?
I think I'm going to go with Priest as well, too.
All right.
Yeah, I think Priest, for some reason, I want to see more of him. I don't know why.
Okay.
I want to see more of him. I feel like he could do a lot more than what he's doing now.
Okay.
And he's kind of in the Judgment Day's shadow a little bit.
Why do you say that?
I just feel like he's the less noticeable one.
Everybody has their role in Judgment Day, if you think about it, too. Rhea Ripley, obviously. And then Dominic, he gets tons of heat. Finn is more like their go-to guy. They can plug him in anywhere. Damian Priest, man, but I feel like I think he stepped out of the shadow because remember we were talking about this, who's the actual leader of Judgment Day?
Yeah,
it was clearly Rhea Ripley.
Who it was, yeah.
It was clearly Rhea Ripley, but then they were kind of shoving Finn down our throats a little bit, and he was like, all right, they trying to make Finn the leader. Dominic, obviously, clearly is not the leader because he just follows mommy around. And
I feel like it's Finn and Rhea.
I think so too.
I think it's Finn and Rhea. They're like the parents.
I feel like they switch and alternate. And those two kind of are both.
But they did say that
they're the leaders.
They're both really calling the show right now.
Priest is the muscle.
Yeah,
Priest is the muscle.
Dominic's the young kid
rookie,
who gets hated on.
and then Finn and Rhea are definitely the leader of that bunch right there.
But they even said themselves, Judgment Day has no leader. We're all equal in this.
I'm telling
technically,
you know. Was it on Raw or SmackDown that Dominic could barely get a word out in his promo?
That was a Monday Night Raw. Yeah.
I love that. The fact that I was smiling the whole time. The fact that he was getting that much heat and that much of a reaction, that is amazing.
He was the reason.
I was smiling. I was happy for him. That's great.
He was the reason why Raw got cut short at the end because he couldn't get his promo out and they kept booing him. And then the whole melee towards the end, they just nixed it because they ran out of time.
You can tell he's a smart worker because a dumb worker would have just tried talking over them. He went and said his promo and stopped. Let the crowd just react. Letting the crowd react, you have to do that. That is a smart fucking worker.
Let me tell you this.
He's good, man.
I kind of disagree in this regard. So when they were booing him, he was getting that real heat. Mm-hmm. But he was just trying to spew out his lines still and just try to talk over the crowd. Now, Veteran would have spun it back around and regained control. He never gained control. The crowd just simmered down and was just like ready to move on. But he could have insulted the crowd. He could have had something clever to say. And I think that's the next evolution too, because he was just reciting the lines that were given to him. But I think in this regard, if the crowd's booing like a Christian, an Edge, MJF, all the guys that are really good at taking, they're not going to let the crowd dictate what they're saying.
Yeah.
He's got to learn that part, that brief window that he had, he'll learn that later.
Yeah, he did great by letting them react, but you're right, he didn't twist it.
Yes.
And but I'm glad he let them go and he stopped speaking for a little bit. That's great because those new workers, man, they just try to just say their promo as if nobody's reacting. And I'm like, dude, no, you can't do that. It's about their reaction. So if they're giving one, you have to stop, man.
Yeah. And I think eventually he'll learn how to improvise a little more. Yeah. And I think that'll be better for him. But yeah, right now he's just not there yet.
Yeah.
And he got a shit ton of heat. And I haven't seen anybody get booed like that in a very fucking long time.
Yeah,
now,
it was good.
Now, regardless of how you're booing, is it booing that we really hate you or we just don't want to see you anymore? That's up for debate too. But regardless, he got a shit ton of heat.
Enjoying it. They were smiling while they were booing.
Yeah,
they liked it. It was all fun and games. So I have to ask. This is the last question of the night. How many carats out of 10 do you think this show will be?
We have one more match.
No, we don't.
We didn't talk about Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar yet.
No, that's not a thing. You guys ready for the carats out of 10?
No, we're not. We still got one more match.
Disregard that match. Are you guys ready for the... I think Brock Lesnar is going to win. Obviously, Cody Rhodes is in his down spiral thing, and kind of like his father, he's going to be in a down spiral for a very long time. I think the fact that he's on Raw and Roman Reigns is on SmackDown was also intentional because then it's like, now how is he going to have a shot? And now on Raw, he's just going to flounder. He's going to lose. He's not going to do anything. And then finally, somehow, some way, he will have a shot and win the world title from Roman or the Universal Undisputed shit, whatever. He's gonna do it, but they're taking everything away from him. His wins, the roster switch, everything is against him. So I'm gonna say Lesnar's gonna win.
Wow.
Good way to
Bam.
So Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Dean is saying that Brock is going to win. That would totally kill his momentum, man.
That's the point. They're going to bury the fuck out of Cody Rhodes so that it's going to be, that's what it's going to be.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's what it's going to be.
That would be, if Brock Lesnar wins that, it won't be as deflating as Roman wins.
Cody's going to be
Roman winning at WrestleMania, but that would that would set him further back.
But that's the response they want. They want him to feel like he is beneath everyone.
I don't want to see the heroes losing,
he's
bro.
He's down on his luck. But that's the point. It's like the story of his father and stuff. He's kind of reliving that so that when he wins, whenever, it's gonna be that much more.
We're assuming he is, but at this trajectory, he isn't.
Hey, you're buying into it, man. That's what they want, man. Let's hope that's what they're doing.
So we're saying the only satisfying way for Cody to come back is to take an L from Roman, take an L from Brock, and then still kind of work his way back up, and that's going to be more satisfying.
Not yet. He's gonna be losing for a while, I think.
Damn,
he's gonna be on a
can't do that. No,
spiral,
no. Face of the company. Roman's the face, but I'm talking about the baby face of the company.
You think broke Corbin was bad? Just wait till you see broke Cody. Broke Cody ain't got nothing. Just watch. Just wait, and you'll see. You'll see what they're.
I'm trying to think. When's the last time a guy as hot as Cody would take these L's, man? Stone Cold Steve Austin. He would feud with Vince McMahon, right? And Vince would totally fuck him out of the title. He put him on a handicap with Undertaker and Kane. Ended up losing, coming back the very next night. And beating I think Kane. It was the first blood match. It was Austin ended up getting fucked up, ends up bleeding, losing to Kane on the very next night. He wins the title. So back then was just like, all right, you lost. That was your adversity, but the very next night. Now we have like an 8-month build.
Yeah. Or
whatever. And I'm thinking, we're losing sight of this, man. You cannot keep doing this to Cody Rhodes. If he loses to Roman, fair enough point. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it was a huge mistake. Now you're going to have him lose to Brock Lesnar. That's going to put him even further back. The only way he's going to get back to this, he has to win Money in the Bank, or he's done, man. He's cooked. Mm-hmm. Because how else is he going to get to Roman? Because this whole story was built around Roman. Now he's on 2 separate shows. Now, if he doesn't win Money in the Bank, I don't know, man. You're fucking him over. Hey, like we said, Dean, you're fucking the face. You're fucking the face big time here. And I don't understand why, because Cody's the really hot guy right now. He's the one going to house shows. He's the one selling the tickets. Mm-hmm. Roman's not around anymore, and you have to do this. You have to pull the trigger on Cody sooner or later, or you miss a golden opportunity, man. What, are you going to wait till next year, WrestleMania 40? I mean, yeah, but shit, man, that's almost like less than a year from now. It's like maybe it won't be as memorable or as cool as it once that we just had at WrestleMania 39. You don't know that. And what if somebody gets injured? What if Roman goes down on injury? What if Cody goes down on injury? Mm-hmm. And you just totally miss your window of opportunity, and then you have to restart again.
Did you guys send it to me, or did I see it myself? Roman is possibly safe with the title till September of 24.
Yes, that's good. Yeah. You know what? Fuck? And that's my fear that's going to happen too, because Hogan's record from 1984 to 1988 was 1,474 days. He was WWE champion, right? Now, Roman would have to go to September something out of 2024 with the Universal title, not the WWE, because the WWE, he's only held it for a year. He would have to go another 5 fucking years for that title, or 4 years, or 3 years, whatever. But I could see that happening, though. Everybody's assuming, a lot of people on the internet, a lot of known guys who talk about wrestling are like, Cody's going to win at SummerSlam. But the way you're saying it, Dean, that might not happen now. Because how else is he going to get to SummerSlam then?
Yeah, it's also a lot of reports I've seen too that Cody's going to be mimicking his father's story to kind of. So here's the thing: he's going to mimic his father's story, and then we are going to want to riot because we're not going to hate Cody for losing. We're not going to think he's weak. We know how the WWE works, and they know that we know that. So we're going to be almost rioting. We're going to be right there about jumping the barricade and getting all pissed off and rioting, right? They want us right there. but to have the redemption of Cody winning, because his father never had that redemption. So they're going to have him in this long stretch of shit, and then he will have that redemption almost for him and his father. And it'll be this big celebration. I just hope they don't fuck it up and make it boring. I think
you're giving them too much credit.
That's just what I've heard. That's just what I've heard.
Because you're saying
this could be right.
The Cody Rhodes story didn't finish the story at WrestleMania. It started at WrestleMania. A lot of people think that too.
Yeah, it started and didn't. Yeah. And kind of what Triple H said too, whether he was talking out of his ass or not. I think this is where they're going. I think we'll have to see, though. I don't know.
I think Brock Lesnar in this whole Cody Rhodes story is just going to be a paragraph in his chapter in his book to get to the title. And I think if Cody Rhodes loses, that's going to be a huge fucking blow. Now, will it damper his momentum and damper his popularity? Probably not, but would it affect the storyline and how you perceive him to be? Yeah, because I already said he looked weak. And Vince McMahon booking Brock, Cody, and Roman, I don't know, man. I don't know. There might be some issues with Cody Rhodes leaving the company and starting a new promotion and coming back. Obviously, Vince McMahon wasn't going to give him the strap after all that bullshit. But then you have this whole thing about Roman Reigns being champ for 1,400 days to break Hogan's record. I got to see Cody Rhodes winning this match. There's no other way to go about it. He's got to defeat Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar, granted, he's Brock Lesnar, but he's not how he used to be. And his days in the title picture are null and void. That's not going to happen, but I got to go with Cody Rhodes. Smoke, what do you think?
I think I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes on this one. He had a rough WrestleMania, so he needs this win.
Yeah. By the way, we didn't get an explanation why Brock Lesnar attacked Cody Rhodes. Do you guys find that interesting?
No, because they didn't really explain half these matches, so...
Nothing out of the ordinary.
There's nothing out of the ordinary for them. Kind of just got to go with the flow.
What do you guys think about the back-to-back, I'm going to attack you, but I'm going to have security come out twice over?
I mean, it's just their regular programming.
Yeah.
This is what they do now.
Isn't that kind of like an old school way to do it?
It is, but they just, for some reason, WWE thinks that shit just works for them.
Yeah. No, that was the whole segment on Monday Night Raw. And we already saw that once, and I hate it. But Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar, I think the match itself might be good, but I just can't see Cody Rhodes losing this, man, especially if it's the main event. I mean, that'd be devastating. But I think that's going to be his quest to get back to the World Heavyweight Championship, even though he is. And it's funny, too, because he never mentioned or he doesn't want to go after the Raw World Heavyweight title, a.k.a. the second place belt. He's not going to mention that because he can't, because then that's going to be a distraction from going to your ultimate goal, Roman, because he even said it. That's where he needs to be. And he even said if he loses to Brock Lesnar, the story would cease to exist. But I'm thinking, how does that even make sense? But, I mean, he needs to stay on track. He needs to stay on point. Forget that World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. Take care of business with Brock Lesnar. And then you can focus on, I don't know what he's going to do for Night of Champions, but Money in the Bank is key. He has to win Money in the Bank just like he won the Royal Rumble, cash it in on Roman Reigns, and win at SummerSlam. Because if you drag this on to WrestleMania 40, who knows what can happen until then, and things could be different. Seth Rollins can get inserted to the picture. Somebody else can get inserted to the picture, and it's not going to be the same. You're going to miss out on the moment that you had at WrestleMania 39. But that's pretty much WWE Backlash in San Juan, Puerto Rico in a nutshell. Our expectations for this one are not that high. To answer your question here again, Dean, how many carats out of 10? And I'm going to say, I won't linger too much. I'm going to say 6.5. 6.5.
I think I'm going to have to get it a 6.5 as well. Just judging off the card and the laziness put behind it, 6.5. They don't have my faith no more.
I'm going to say 7. I'll say 7.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine. It's not going to be bad. It's just going to be kind of just another pay-per-view. What's the next one after this? Do you know?
That's Night of Champions, I believe.
In Saudi?
Yeah.
And is that going to be where the world title's crowned, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's the world title, and that's where Roman is going to be. He's going to defend his. Yeah, 1,000 days. That's where he's going to have an opponent.
Okay. All right. Well, we will see you this weekend then.
What did you say, Smoke? How many carats?
Backlash.
6.5.
6.5? Okay, cool.
6.5, 6.5, and then 7 for me. So you can find me at 99 Dean Walker. The pod is at Pod Marking Out on Twitter, at Marking Out Pod on Instagram. And then we've got your favorite at Cordell Ponson on all of your social medias. He wants you to DM him pictures of anything and everything.
No, we're not doing
Whatever
that.
you feel is needed, please send it to him.
I feel like none of that's needed.
And if you would like to get in touch with Pretty Boy over here, he always runs the Twitter. So go ahead and hit him up. And my DMs are never looked at, so don't waste your time. All right, we'll see you in the next one.